Hey folks, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your NBA previews and predictions for a Wednesday, April 28th. Hopefully you have yourself a good start to your hump day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're on a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bballpicks.com. bballpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Head over to bballpicks.com, and if you want to follow my selections, go to most followed, look for Ronnie Ray, hit follow my picks, and you can follow the top scorers right here at bballpicks.com. And once you do, go to following, and then you can see their selections once they've made their picks, and then you compare your picks with their picks and see if you can find a consensus winner for your wagering needs. All right, let's go to the games on tap here today. I think we got like 10 games tonight in the NBA. We got the New York Knicks coming off that 118-110 loss to Phoenix. In fact, it snapped their winning streak. I think it was at 8 or 9 games, but it was like 12 or 10 or 11 or 12 for ATS. It was a crazy number against the spread, but New York right back at it here tonight. A 4-point favorite. The over-under set at 208.5. ATS forecast, gonna lean with New York here, 105 to 101. The over-under at 207.7. 40% chance of covering for the Bulls compared to 35 for the New York Knicks. The last 3 games for New York have gone over the total. LA Lakers taking on the Washington Wizards, and the Wizards coming off a 146-143 loss to San Antonio in the last game. Another team who got their winning streak snapped, and now they're right back at it as a 1-point home dog against the Lakers, and we do have a very tight game here. 115.74 for the Lakers, 115.77 for the Wizards, so a small lean going to Washington. The over-under at 231.57, and the total is 227. We do like it to go over the total, but the Kogo is at 34%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total, and the LA Lakers have lost their last 4 against the point spread. New Orleans coming off a 120-103 win, so a 17-point win over the LA Clippers. Very impressive win for the Pels in their last game. Now they're taking on Denver, who beat a hot Memphis team who were coming off a long road trip, 120-96. The Denver Nuggets, a 4-point home court favorite this evening. Over-under set at 228.5. Forecast, gonna lean with the Denver Nuggets, 118.1, 111.87. The over-under is set at 229.97. Denver on a 2-game win streak, and the last 2 games for the Pelicans have gone under the total. Miami taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs a 3-point winner over Washington in their last game, where the Heat lost to the Chicago Bulls by 8, 110 to 102. Now Miami a 4.5-point home court favorite. The over-under is set at 213. Forecast, going to lean with the Heat here, 105 to 99. The over-under at 204.85. The last 3 games for Miami have gone over the total, and San Antonio now have won their last 3 straight up and against the point spread. Atlanta taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers coming off a 21 or a 31-point win in their last game against the Thunder, where Atlanta lost to Detroit 100-86, and Sixers a 8-point favorite here this evening. Over-under set at 217. Forecast going to go with the home team here, 115 to 108. Favoring Philadelphia. 224.3 is our accumulated total, so we do like the game to go over the total, and the Kogo is at 59%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total on the percentage play here at the Raymond Report. All right, Portland taking on the Philadelphia Fizzlies, that's a new word. Hey, Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Portland Trailblazers, and we do have the Grizzlies, not the Fizzlies. I made a new team there. I think I made a new NBA team. Okay, we do have the Grizzlies, a 1.5-point home court favorite. The over-under set at 239. Forecast gonna lean with Memphis here, 115.45, 112.06. The over-under at 227.51. Portland coming off a win last night. Finally got that win. They were on a 5-game losing streak, so they were able to snap that last night with a 133-112 victory over the Pacers, where the Grizzlies lost to Denver 120-96 in their last game. Memphis' last 2 games have gone under the total, and the Kogo today is at 49%. All right, Orlando taking on the Cavaliers. We do have another tight game here. 106.84 for Cleveland, 106.02 for Orlando. The total here at 212.86. 64% chance of covering on the percentage play, favoring the Cavaliers compared to 59 for Orlando, who are on a 6-game losing streak, but the last 3 have gone over the total, and Cleveland also on a 3-game losing streak. Boston, speaking of losing, you shouldn't be losing to Oklahoma City Thunder, who are on a long losing streak. In fact, was it 14 games, 18 or 14 games? They won their last game, though. Oklahoma did, but Boston lost to Oklahoma 119 to 115, and now they're a 6.5-point favorite against the Charlotte Hornets. And the Hornets coming off a 114-104 loss to the Bucks in their last game. We do like Boston here, 116-106. So we got them winning by 10, and the over-under at 223.3. 76% chance of covering for Boston. But keep in mind the Celtics have lost their last 3 games straight up and against the number, and the last 2 have gone over the total. Clippers taking on the Suns. Great game here tonight at the Talking Stick Resort Arena. Talk about that's a. Hey, with today's marketing, you just don't know, right? Talking Stick Resort Arena. All right. -4 is the favorite here for Phoenix. The over-under set at 222. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Suns here. 117.5, 111.03. The over-under at 228.53. Now, keep in mind, Phoenix coming off a long road trip. They won their last game, 118-110 against New York. 53% chance of covering here for the Suns. The last 2 have gone over the total, where the Clippers, coming off that loss to the Pelicans, 120-103. The last 3 games for LA have gone under the total. And finally, you got the Utah Jazz taking on the Sacramento Kings. The Jazz, an 8.5-point road favorite. The over-under set at 222. Forecast, gonna lean with the Jazz here, 120-111. The over-under at 231.77. 53% chance of covering for the Jazz. And their last 4 games have gone under the total, and Sacramento now have covered in the spread in their last 2 games. All right, we got through that one. 25-36 on the season for Sacramento, and the Jazz 44-17. But keep in mind, they lost the last 2 to Minnesota, right? You shouldn't be losing, if you're the top team in the NBA, you shouldn't be losing to one of the bottom teams, right? So we'll see if Utah can start turning things around. All right, folks, today's broadcast brought to you by bballpicks.com. Again, anybody can play, anybody can join. Just head on over to bballpicks.com. And if you want my NBA plays tonight, go to Most Followed, hit Ron Raymond, follow my picks, and then my selections will show up right here on the following page. And then you can compare your picks with mine, and hopefully we can come up with a consensus winner. All right, I feel like Joe Namath here, struggling today, but having a lot of fun doing this. Folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.